Phase 2 and Long Island real estate. That's what I'm talking about today, so let's get started. Hi everyone, I'm Holly Brainerd and I am a Realtor with Daniel Gale Sotheby's International Realty right here in Stony Brook, New York. So we reached phase 2 of the COVID pandemic reopening here on Long Island just yesterday. So what does that mean? Well, hairdressers are open, which quite frankly, I can't wait to see mine. Restaurants can do outdoor dining. You have shops that can do curbside pickup. And finally, real estate. Many of you may think real estate's been going on this whole time, but realtors have really been constrained on what we can do. So phase 2, we still have constraints in place, but they've lessened up a little. So I'm going to use this video to educate you on what you can expect with real estate during phase 2 here on Long Island. Number 1, it's all about safety. Just like the supermarket, you have to have your mask and your gloves with you when you see a home. Realtors will also make available to you hand sanitizer both before and after you go into the homes. Now, during phase 1, realtors here on Long Island, we were prohibited from being able to call another realtor and facilitate a showing time of a property. Thankfully, that has changed with phase 2. So now you as a buyer, if you want to see a home, you tell your realtor, they can schedule it with the other realtor. The homeowner or whoever is living in the home will vacate the property, and you and your realtor and ideally only one other person would view the property. Just a little common sense for a moment. A lot of people are very eager to show their entire family who's going to be living in the home, the property. But during this time of uncertain situations, it really makes the best sense to not have anyone who's not a decision maker in the purchase go into the home. Why risk exposing them and other people? Any children or anyone who is not a decision maker, stay outside the home. Now, in terms of real estate offices, I can't really speak for anyone except for my firm. So if the general public, if someone should want to go into the office, they can. And there are protocols, just like you would have at a doctor's office, that will be followed by the administrative staff for anybody coming in. So if you're thinking about listing your home, maybe the better thing and the easier thing, quite frankly, pick up the phone. You could call our office in Stony Brook, or you could call me directly, and my information is here on my page. In March, we saw an absolute record low number in real estate transactions. In April, we saw a tremendous uptick in the amount of transactions. We also saw many homes come on the market even before the phases began. Sellers still need to sell their homes. Buyers, especially those who were already in the pipeline with pre-approvals, they still have dreams and plans that they need to accomplish. Don't forget, during this whole thing of COVID numbers going up, the interest rates on mortgages is still historically so low. None of that has changed. What if you're a seller or a buyer and you've been holding off, just waiting for that green flag to drop so that you can begin your process? First thing I would say, educate yourself. Look at the videos that I have online for sellers or for buyers. If you're a seller, you should be rushing to get your home ready so that it shows the very best that it can. You're going to have competition. It may not be a lot at first, which is great for you, but eventually you will. If you're a buyer and you had a pre-approval that was done prior to March 16th, it is highly advised you get an updated pre-approval that is dated after March 16th. Many banks changed their criteria as a result of COVID. and what you may have been pre-approved for in their terms earlier in March, you may not be pre-approved anymore. Step number 2 is get in contact with a realtor who's got the technology connections as well as their finger on the pulse of what's happening day by day. You didn't have a lot of questions about real estate before the pandemic. I bet you've got a lot now. Reach out to a professional. Reach out to me. Leave comments below. I'm happy to help you navigate these very muddy waters. Finally, if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Thursday, all things real estate. You don't want to miss a thing. I'll see you next week.